Hey everyone, it's Maz here, and I'm just wanting to do a slightly different video for you guys today. And instead of me talking to you and you listening to just my voice today, I thought I would give Virginia a little bit of an interview. So for those of you who haven't met Virginia yet, she is our admin superstar and also Cliff's wife. And I've been training Ginnie now for the last 18 months, and so I thought we'd have a little bit of a chat to her today just to get a bit of an insight into everything that she's achieved and little hurdles that she's overcome and everything in her training. So Ginnie, why don't you start with telling us a little bit about yourself and where you started with your training and where you are now.
How far back do you want me to
go? 10 years.
Okay, 10 years. Okay, so 10 years ago, Cliff was trying very hard to get me to go to the gym, and I absolutely refused because I've never been to the gym before in my life. And that's pretty much about around the same time that he entered the industry. He'd always been into going to the gym and going for runs and that kind of stuff, and I hated it. So I was always active as a kid, always played sports, grew up on a farm, so always running around chucking rocks and stuff. But actually going to a gym and doing a workout was just something I had never considered and really did not want to do. And then after we had the twins, that was probably the first time I really started doing a workout program, going to the gym for the first time really, and doing Les Mills classes, which was a lot of it was cardio based. Mm-hmm. Some of what's the one where you do the weights and stuff? What was
pump?
Yeah, pump. Yeah, really. But back then, because it was all so new to me, I just went ahead and did it. And I really struggled in the beginning because I didn't want to make it part of my day. I didn't want to do it for myself, and I didn't see the results that I thought I was going to get. Thinking that, I'll go to class, I should be able to see something straight away because I haven't done anything to doing something, I should get results straight away. And that didn't happen, and you get really disheartened when that happens, and you just want to chuck in the towel. And I would use the babies are sick excuse a lot. Even though they had childminding there, I was saying, fuck it, the kids are being too annoying today, I'm not going to go to the gym.
So fast forward to, so after you had your last child, Alexis, when you really started to get back into it, and was that really when you started to do it more for you rather than because Cliff was telling you to?
Yeah. Yeah. So that went on for like a good 9 years, in and out, backwards and forwards, up and down, starting and stopping. But then after having Alexis, I did wait for about 6 months until I started back in and doing something. And this time is when I actually made it part of my day. I've always been a morning workout person. I cannot go after work or in the afternoon, because the afternoons, my day's over. It's time to go home and sit down and relax. So it has to be in the morning. Okay, so what has to happen in the morning? Get up, have breakfast, get the kids to school, go to the gym. That is my routine. It's part of my day now. It's my routine. And if I don't do it, then it feels like something's missing. So, and yes, it is sort of owning the gym and being sort of have to have an image of being into it as well, because we do own the gym. But for me now, it's more I want to come in and I just want to do better than what I did the day before. So and it's cool being here.
Yeah.
But so, it's part of my day now. It's not an option. I just come here, it's part of my day, do my workout, then the rest of the day is mine.
Yeah. Rather than having it as an option to, will I go to the gym or will I not?
No, that's right.
Yeah.
So, but I'd rather come to something like this than a box gym any day. I don't like machines.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Yeah. So what results have you seen so far as your health and fitness?
Well, when we were in the box gym using machines and that, I think this time around, because I was being more consistent and I was going 3 days a week, my food is a whole other issue still. It was then and still is now. I did start to see results, but it was just the weight shifting though. I wasn't seeing, my body shape wasn't changing. I wasn't seeing my guns come out or anything like that. And that was using the machines, doing a little bit of weighted cardio, And I don't know, my body just wasn't responding to that type of training. Fast forward to here, when we opened the gym, I think we did maybe 6 months of the old style type of training, still doing little bits of this and that, and repetitive stuff, not developing and growing on what we were already doing. But then once Maz had been introduced to full-on powerlifting and heavy weights training, a light bulb went off in her head that, oh wow, this shit's really good. And she just started me on the same track, and I've gone, oh yeah, this is awesome.
And that's when your body completely
changed. It has responded. Like the weight, not so much. I've stayed pretty much within the same weight range, but with regards to my muscle mass, my body shape, my muscles popping out, it's all there.
That's totally changed.
My whole body shape has changed, and I have gone and been able to wear a singlet in the gym, wear shorts in the gym, wear shorts when I go to the shops. I don't have to wear my leggings anymore. And I refused, when I went from my maternity clothes, I refused to buy new workout clothes, until I could fit into them properly. So I wore the same daggy shirts for about a year. T-shirts, not singlets. I didn't start wearing singlets until after we started our powerlifting. So it's something that has really responded. We still do a bit of cardio because you have to every now and then, as much as I hate it, but it's good.
But mostly it's heavy lifting.
And if you get your muscles working right, and it is true, if you've got your muscles, then you can run faster.
Yeah.
True story.
For sure. So what's been the biggest challenge in your training so far?
Listening to my body, and it telling me when it's had enough and it needs a break. I'm not very good at picking up on that sort of thing because I just want to keep going. So at the end of last year, my training started to falter. I was getting really tired really quickly, and I thought it was just because we were moving house, cleaning, packing, moving, unpacking, cleaning, and just everything was getting on top of me. And I kept going like that for about 3 months, until after one fitness test here, January's fitness test this year, after doing just a bit of a run, I passed out for the rest of the day.
Yep.
And then I couldn't back it up the next day with my squats. My legs just totally gave out under me. So I went off to the doctor, and I had actually been very low in iron for the last 3 months. My hemoglobin level was less than half of what it should have been. So I've gone, oh, okay. But to me, it still felt normal. But my body was telling me, you need to stop, you need to rest. So
which you were completely ignoring.
I was completely ignoring it, yes. And I thought, no, I have to go to the gym. I have to. I need to. No, I feel all right today. I'm good. And then I'd be 5 minutes into it. I can't do it. My body's just, no, you're not doing it. So we stopped.
Yeah, which in turn actually totally changed Ginny's mindset as well, because, and that's something that we'll talk about in a minute with Ginny, with her mindset, is that because she was coming in and she wasn't well and her body was trying to tell her that she needed to stop and she was ignoring it, all the mindset barriers that she had then became 10 times worse as well, and her training completely failed. So from there she had to not only fix herself and get better, but she also had to completely change the mindset that she had as well. So, Ginny, what's the biggest thing that you found with your mindset that you really struggle with?
Well, coming back from being sick, it was just being scared that my body wouldn't be able to handle what I wanted it to do. So I took a good month off, the same time Maz was off. We went on holidays secretly, so
went
no.
to Bali.
No. So I took a good month off, and then just trying to ease back into it, it was really hard to hold myself back and not just jump straight in at the level that I was at before I got sick. And just realising that, no, my body's not ready to take that on yet, but then when will I be able to push myself a little bit further and still be able to back it up again the next day and not feel totally wrecked for the rest of the week? And that's something I struggled with for the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Definitely.
And just, not being able, no, I can do this, I've done it before, why can't I do it now? That's always something that would pop up a lot. I've done it before, why can't I do it today? What's wrong?
Yeah.
I've had my breakfast, my routine's the same, I haven't really changed anything else, why can't I do it today? I should be able to do it today. And I would sometimes go into total overwhelm that I would end up in tears, that it was just so frustrating that I couldn't do something today that I had been able to do yesterday. So.
And then that was really an education thing as well, and just accepting that and learning that it's okay to not
have a bad day.
Exactly. And when you've had an illness or an injury, and a lot of you guys go through this as well as Ginny did too, is that it's that total fear factor that this is going to happen again, or if I push myself too hard, I'm going to fall in a heap, or if I do this, it's going to flare up my injury. So Ginny had to really change her mindset to go, no, I'll give it a go, and if I don't feel so good at the end of it, then that's okay. We'll just back off a little bit later, rather than holding herself back for months and months on end, just purely for that fear factor. So that's something that she really had to get over as well.
Like, I was feeling really good through my session, but then I was worried if I would be able to recover, because that's when I was starting to feel I'd be really good in my session, but then I'd go home and I would just be wasted for the rest of the day. I couldn't function. I'd have to go and sleep, and that's what I didn't want that to happen again. So easing back into it, and just pushing myself that little bit further every day, as hard as it was to hold back and not just jump straight back into it. And I said to Maz one day, I said, I don't know how these bloody top level athletes do it. They must struggle big time to come back from injury to be 100% before they...
And they do.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It is okay. That's as frustrating as it is, as long as you understand that, you'll get there, but you don't want to knock yourself out doing it at the same time. So just being able to accept that, it's one step at a time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks very much, Ginny, for
no worries.
having a little bit of a chat and giving us a bit of an insight into your side of training and what you've achieved.
Yep.
And no doubt you'll see her, if you're a morning exerciser, you'll see her in here quite often smashing out some serious things at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like I got nothing else to do during the day as well. We've got 4
You're very
kids.
busy.
Yep, run the business, and it's if you just make it a part of your routine and just stay motivated. I just want to do that little bit better than what I did yesterday. I went and watched a powerlifting comp at the end of last year, and I said to Cliff and Maz, that's what I want to do, and that's what we were planning on doing before I got sick. Well, I was already sick. But that was my goal, was to be ready to compete in the games. North Queensland Games, the same as the guys up. Then I got sick, and so now
we just change the goalposts.
We just change the goalposts, push them back a little bit further. But ultimately that would be an awesome thing for me to do.
Yeah.
So, and that's what's keeping me motivated, and just to know that I've done it before, and there's no reason why I can't do it again.
Exactly.
And to push past what I did last time.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Ginny, and we'll see you in the gym.
Bye.